problem today in medicine and health is that most people are deficient. They have too little CO2 in the blood. Why is that a problem? Because the more CO2 we have in the blood to a point, the more oxygen gets delivered to the cells. One of the basic reasons that people are deficient in CO2 in the blood is because they're breathing too fast. 70 years ago, the breathing norm, medical norm for breathing rate was 8 breaths a minute. Now they've increased that to 12 or even higher. And the problem with breathing too fast is that the faster you breathe, the more CO2 you empty out of the blood. When you get deficient in CO2 in the blood vessels contract, blood pressure goes up, and the oxygen dissociation curve goes negative, meaning it's more difficult for high oxygen to get on and off hemoglobin or red blood cells. Think about exercise. Why is exercise so healthy? Basic reason is that we produce a lot of CO2. A lot. So the more harder you exercise, the more CO2 you're creating, the faster you have to breathe. So you have to get rid of the excess CO2. Excess. But of course, at the same time you're building up and creating all the CO2, you're getting a lot more oxygen. But when you're watching TV, sitting in front of your computer, eating, sleeping, and you're breathing too fast, you're getting rid of too much CO2. Too much. So, taking bicarbonate, and you have a choice, sodium bicarbonate, baking soda, potassium bicarbonate, and magnesium bicarbonate. They all offer you instant access to more oxygen, because when you increase CO2, you increase oxygen. And this is a big problem in general today, because people are breathing too fast, driving down oxygen delivery, lousy diets, toxicity. Everybody's exposed to chemical and heavy metal poisons in the air, the water, oxidative stress, even from radiation exposure. You get some heavy CAT scans, PET scans, mammograms, live in the wrong place where radiation is higher, background radiation is higher. Radiation is going higher in general because of more cosmic rays are touching down on Earth, certainly in the atmosphere, but touching down on Earth, going through the Earth. NASA is proposing using hydrogen inhalation, hydrogen gas, because they know that because of increased cosmic rays, because the protection from the sun is decreasing because we're in a solar minimum, meaning it's getting colder and going to continue to get colder. But they know this cuts down the time astronauts can spend in space. So they're wanting to go to the moon again, they want to go to Mars, but they need something to protect from radiation. Sodium bicarbonate is known to protect the body also from radiation. Now they won't talk about that because it's too cheap. They don't want something like that becoming known because it could drive down pharmaceutical sales.